In injection molding, controlling melt flow is key to achieving consistent part quality. When flow hesitation or imbalance occurs, the root cause is often local geometric resistance. One effective way to address this without changing the original CAD is by creating flow leaders through localized thickness control. In this tutorial, we'll demonstrate how to use the Modify Thickness tool in Moldex3D to guide the melt flow by adjusting the surface mesh. I'm Alex Baker, and welcome to another Moldex3D Advanced Tips and Tricks. One of the common questions that we need to ask ourselves when we run an injection molding simulation is whether or not we have hesitation or leading, and what are the implications of hesitation and leading on the final flow of the plastic throughout the geometry. So for that reason, we've developed a new tool in Moldex3D that allows us to make a local modification of the surface mesh, and then we can see the implications of that local modification as something like a flow leader or a local thickness variation, see how that would impact the plastic flow and ultimately the properties that the part would exhibit because of it. This function exists as a modification of the surface mesh. So I'm going to go over to the mesh tab after I've brought in my part. But when I'm using this tool, I do usually favor having a tighter surface mesh just so I have more control over the modification of the elements that I want to move. Right, so for the seating of this part, normally we recommend to have about 2 to 3 nodes width of spacing. You can check out our recommendations for surface meshing at the video here. But in this case, I will make my mesh size a little bit smaller than I normally would. So in this case, my normal mesh size might be something like, maybe make it a little bit smaller than the default here, maybe closer to 4. My normal node seating would look like this. I think when I'm doing the modify thickness, I might go somewhere between 50 to 70% of the node seating that I would normally implement. So let's do something like 3. That'll just give me more nodes to work with, and therefore I have a little bit more flexibility for the surface mesh that I'm going to modify. Generate, and we'll just generate the surface mesh here. All right, and so after the surface mesh is generated, and I am going to stop it there. I don't want to generate the solid mesh. We'll need to stop the mesher at the surface mesh. If the solid mesh is already generated, then, well, when you go into the fixed mesh tools, it'll just ask you to remove the solid mesh. So just note that you'll have to do this on the surface mesh level. And so if I go to fixed mesh, this tool is actually going to be called Modify Thickness. So it's under the General section of the Fixed Mesh tab. And then I'll go to Modify Thickness. All right, so let's say I wanted to add a flow leader over in this side of my part. All right, so let's say I wanted to locally make this area a little bit thicker. What I'll do is I'll select my surface mesh. It's going to be the entire surface mesh, and then I'm going to select elements from that surface mesh that I actually want to modify. So I'm not necessarily modifying this entire bulk of surface mesh. I'm going to be going in and modifying just a few of those elements that I select manually. And this is why we make the surface mesh a little bit tighter so that we can define this surface mesh that I'm about to select a little bit easier. All right, so I'll select, let's say, a group here, and then I'll take out a couple, maybe like the top and bottom here. So let's say I want to modify this group of elements, and I just want to maybe lift this bulk of elements upwards a little bit. All right, so you can see I can move this group of elements up or down a certain amount, and kind of like the move function or the copy function in Moldex3D, you can actually specify how far you want to move this. So let's say I just want to move this 1 millimeter in the positive x-axis in this case. So I can just hover up in the direction that I want to move this, type in the distance, press enter, and it will move those elements 1 millimeter in that specified direction. It's actually just as simple as that. So now if I go to my thickness plot, now I should see that this area is much thicker than what it used to be. Right, but there is a slight restriction to this function. Right, I'm going to undo that. And then if I were to try to just locally modify the thickness of this surface, for example, if I go back to my thickness plot, we can already see that this surface is a little bit thicker than the rest of the part. But let's say I just want to make it a little bit thicker even. I'm going to modify thickness, this guy, and I'll select this entire group of elements. Now we can actually see that even if I pull my cursor all the way out here, you actually see that there is a limitation to how far these nodes can move. And that limitation is going to be linked to any of the mesh groups that this surface is in contact with. So you can see like we have a fillet here. We can only move this surface so far because the nodes on the adjacent surfaces are going to be deformed based on how far we move this surface. We move it too much, then it might make the element quality invalid. We might get overlapping elements. We might get poor aspect ratios. So there is a limitation to how far you can move a bulk of elements if you're looking to move an entire surface all at once. All right, so let's take a look if I do the maximum amount here. You actually see that it makes this group of elements very, very thin. And actually we get to a point potentially where we start getting an inflection of this surface, which, maybe that's not what we're intending. I just kind of flip back and forth between those two. All right, so the modify thickness tool is a great way for you to make local modifications without having to go back to your CAD system. You can do all of that local modification in Moldex3D. And from an iterative sense, you can get an idea of what the impact of that local modification is on the flow balance, on the properties of the final part. All of these can be evaluated through this localized thickness modification. Thank you for watching this Moldex3D tips and tricks. If there's any topics that you'd like to see covered in the future, you can leave those in the comments section below. You can subscribe to the Moldex3D North America YouTube channel to be notified of when new videos like this are posted in the future. You can leave a like on your way out. And other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.